Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So guys, today we are going to continue our video from the last video. We are going to continue from there. In our last video we talked about 8 things you mustn't do in the public. So today we are going to do the continuation, which is the part 2 of it, and we're going to look at points number 9 to 16. That's 16 points. So we are going to write down with these points, and I'm sure you are going to enjoy this video. Please remember to watch till the end, and if you have not subscribed, please remember to do so. Like, comment and share this video. I will appreciate that. So let's move on immediately without wasting so much time. So number 9 point we are going to look at today is avoid being an attention seeker. Yeah, avoid being an attention seeker. You always want to be noticed wherever you enter. You just want people to know that you are there, you have arrived. You just want to showcase yourself and make them know that you are available, you are around, you are always everywhere. If they look here, you are there. They look here, you are here. They look there, they are. You are just everywhere. Please, that won't make you look important. That's the truth. And the funny aspect of it is that most people, while doing this, they will end up embarrassing themselves. They will end up embarrassing themselves. So why would you be, showcasing yourself everywhere just for people to know that you're there, just for them to notice the clothes you are putting on, the new the latest fashion in town that you're putting on. You just want them to notice you. Ah, yes, I'm around, look at me. All those things are not needed, they are not necessary, my dear sister or brother, because some guys actually do this as well. Especially if they buy a new car, you see them showcasing it just for every other guy there to see. Notice the kind of car they are driving. They're driving the latest car in town. They just want to, be noticed and all that. Please don't do that. Don't do that in a public. It's not really necessary at all. You mustn't advertise yourself. You mustn't showcase yourself. You mustn't seek attention here and there wherever you go to. It's not needed. It's not necessary. So number 10 points we are going to look at is avoid chasing after a man or throwing yourself on a man. Please avoid this. There are some places you will go to, you see some ladies, following a man here and there. They just want the man to, see them, to notice that they are interested in him and all that. You find out that these days, in fact, most ladies are even the one coming after men, telling them about their feelings and all that. If the man is not coming to them, they can boldly walk up to the man and tell him their interest in him and all that. But to tell you the truth, any lady that does that always look very cheap in the eyes of most men. Yes, I know that there are some learned men that may understand this, and they don't see it as anything serious. They just see it as norm that a lady has right to approach them, and tell them their interest on him. But a lot of men out there don't really see that as a norm. They don't really see that as a norm. So when a lady does that, it makes her look so cheap. So you need to mind how you do this. It's not even necessary. You're not supposed to do that as a lady. Even if you're interested in a young man, you don't need to walk up to him and tell him that I like you, I'm interested in dating you, I'm interested in, having something to do with you. Please do not do that. It's not the right thing to do. It doesn't really look good on you as a lady. It doesn't really tell good about you as a lady. So why would you do that? Why would you do that? You don't need to do that at all. Because it's not every man that will understand that. Most of them will see you as a cheap person. So, well, why will you go ahead and do such a thing and make yourself look so cheap? So please don't do that. Some ladies will go to the point of, dropping a message on a guy's DM and telling him, I would like us to have a date. I will, invite the guy for a date. Ah, that's not necessary, please. Has it gotten to that? You don't need to do that. There is a lady I love so much. There's something she said that even if you like a guy and you want to, be closer to him and all that, there's a better way of doing that. And she said something that really buy the idea. And I also want to mention it so that ladies out there can also hear this. Instead of walking up to a guy, telling him about your feelings and all that, I think this is a better way of doing it. So the lady was like, that if she likes a man and she would like to have something to do with the man, what she will do is to maybe on social media, maybe for instance on Facebook, if the guy drops a post, that what she normally does is to, you know, drop a comment on the post, click on like and all that. And she does this for like maybe 10 videos of the guy or 10 posts of the guy. She will just keep on tapping on like. Some she will drop message and all that. That's once the guy sees that, he will notice her immediately. And she said that there's a guy she did that. She just wanted to, get the guy's attention, not really for dating or for marriage or for whatsoever. That's she just wanted to, get the guy's attention because she feels that his friendship may help her in her pursuit and all that. So she needed the guy's attention, for them to become friends and all that. Just made friends. That she did that, and within an hour, the guy was in her DM, dropped a message for her and all that. From there, they became serious friends. Even till today, they are still friends. They are not dating. Or I'm not saying that they are dating. She never wanted, but she was like, if she wanted to date the guy, she would have dated him. But because she wasn't interested in the dating aspect, she just wanted the guy to be like a friend, and all that. She just wanted his attention, and that was it. That was what she did. She just clicked like in most of his posts, commented in some of them, and with that, the guy noticed her immediately and he came for her, and they became friends, and that is all, nothing more. So instead of you as a lady walking up to a guy telling him about your feelings and all that, I think this is a better approach, you know, just to get his attention and all that, and allow him to be the man to do the chasing and not you chasing after him, is a very wrong thing to do. So please, that is not the best way for you to get married. Lots of ladies just want to get married by all means in desperation. They can go to any point, approaching men just for them to settle down in marriage and all that. But please, if you do that, you're going to end up in premium tears. That's the truth. If you chase after a man, I tell you the truth, he won't value you. In fact, he will devalue yourself when you do that. So please do not do that as a lady. So number 11 points we're going to look at is, this is mainly for the guys. Please listen carefully. Never view a lady as a sex object. Don't ever view a lady as a sex object. Whenever a lady passes you, just look at her. This one should be good in bed. She has everything intact. I think she'll be okay. This and that. These are the only things that you see in a lady. You don't see anything valuable again in a lady apart from her breast, apart from her buttock. These are the only things you can see in a lady, nothing more. You can't see her intelligence, you don't see her smartness, you don't see any other thing. All you can see is whatever that will satisfy you, satisfy your lust. Are you okay? Please, as a man, if you do that, better stop that nonsense. Don't always see a lady as a sex toy you can use and satisfy your sexual desire. No, don't do that. It's very wrong. It makes you look like an irresponsible man, a tout, someone that cannot be, taken serious. Please don't do that as a man. Don't see every lady as a sex object you can use and satisfy your sexual urge, and that is all they have to offer. A lot of men will tell you, does she have any other thing to offer apart from her body and all that? That's a very wrong thing to do. And whenever I see guys that say this, it gets me angry. If she does not have any other thing to offer you, then please quit and leave her. Don't even approach her. Why would you approach a lady just for this and that is all? You can't see the intelligence in her. You can't see any other thing in her. is only these things that you can see in a lady, and that is all, that is what you have qualified her to. Please don't do that. It's very, 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 very wrong. And it gets me angry when I see guys that do this. I get it boils in my spirit when I see it. I hate seeing such men. So please don't be that kind of man. Don't be that kind of irresponsible man. Because that is what it will make you look once you display this kind of thing in a public. Please don't do that. Whether in a public, whether in a private, do not see a lady as a sex toy. She's not. Please, she's far better than that. So, number 12 point we're going to look at is avoid adjusting your clothes in the public. Yes, avoid adjusting your clothes in the public. There is a better way of doing this, not in the public. Maybe, for instance, you are putting on a jean, maybe a jean trouser or skirt self, and your zip open, and you're in a public, you are just there dragging the zip, dragging it in front of everyone. No, all you're supposed to do at that point or at that very moment is just for you to, maybe if you are carrying a handbag, just use it and cover it, go to a corner or even a washroom, just enter there, take your time, adjust the zip, zip it properly, and then come out. Not for you to be in front of everybody, you are dragging the zip, and everybody just looking at you, know that something went wrong. No. Or maybe as a lady, your wig has shifted to one side and you're trying to adjust it. Why will you do that in a public? You don't need to do that in a public. Just walk down to a corner and do that. You can also go to a washroom as well. Most washrooms has a mirror, so you can comfortably stay there and adjust your wig to the position it's supposed to be, and not for you to be in a public. You're dragging it like this, and everybody's watching you. You mustn't tell everyone what is wrong. You mustn't tell people, it's because most times they might not even look towards that direction. But once you start doing that, it will attract everyone's attention towards you. So please don't do that. It's not necessary. You mustn't just, start dragging those things and tell everybody that something went wrong and you just want to correct it and all that. There's a better way of doing those things. So just wander to a corner or go to a washroom and arrange yourself. That is all. But 13 point we're going to look at is always have the right posture. You don't need to stand so carelessly. You don't need to sit so carelessly. No, you don't need to do that. You find out that a lot of people, when they are standing, there's something that I see a lot of people do. They will stand and then the back of their leg, they will push it backward. I hate that thing. I hate seeing that stuff. They will stand and then push their leg backward. The thing will now bend and come backward. I hate seeing that thing. There's a better way of standing now. Please stop it if you do that. The truth is that whether you do it in a public or in a private, once you start doing that or you start standing like that, you get used to it. You won't even know when you stand like that in a public. So you don't need to stand like that both in a public and a private, just to avoid it entirely. If I tell you you can do that in the private, before you know it, you will even forget yourself when you're in the public. You still do it in the public. So you don't need to do that both in private and in public. Don't even try and get used to it. Don't even allow yourself to get used to it, because a lot of people are used to that they even do it unknowingly because they are used to it. It has become part of them. So please don't do that. Always have the right posture at any point in time, whether you are sitting. Some people, especially ladies, some ladies can sit and expose their body and all that. They don't know how to sit and close their legs very well. They can sit and just expose the whole of their body. That's very wrong. So please don't do this in the public. Don't also do it in the private. Please, you need to correct it as soon as possible. And a lot of us mothers, for mothers, a lot of us don't really see this as anything. If your children are doing it, they can afford to sit anyhow, will expose their body, and you think that because they are children, that it's not necessary to correct them. Please start correcting them now. It's very, very important, so they will not get used to it. They will not be exposing their self anyhow anywhere they sit. Please try to correct it as soon as possible. so that they will not continue, living like that and see it as a normal way of life or a normal way of sitting. So number 14 points we are going to look at is avoid having a negative or aggressive attitude, especially in public. Don't always have that negative, attitude, that that aggressive attitude. You are always angry, even when nobody has made you angry. You are just angry with everybody. You are just angry with everybody around you. You can shout, you can, quarrel with anybody. No, don't be that kind of person. Don't do that in a public, even in a private. It is not good. Please don't be an aggressive person. The truth is that if you're an aggressive person, you won't have friends. Yeah, people will always avoid it because they won't know what they will do to you. You will get angry. You are always angry at any little provocation. You are boiling, you are shouting, you are squeezing yourself, you are squeezing your face, and all that. Everybody will now become your enemies. Everybody around you, you cannot smile, you cannot laugh with anyone. No, people like that don't have friends because everyone will want to just avoid them, avoid their trouble, avoid their excesses and all that. Nobody will want to come close to you if you live that kind of life. Please don't be so aggressive, don't be so negative. It doesn't tell good about you. And so people are so full of negativity, they're always negative about everything. Once you bring up anything, they will tell you the effects, the disadvantage, and all that, how impossible it is. Please don't be that kind of person. If you're also that kind of person, people will avoid you when they try to bring out a solution to something. Just try to kick against it that it will not work. And so people who have this kind of behavior, they always want to argue every time. They always want everything to end in their mouth. Whatever they say, that is what everybody should accept and all that. They like argument so much. So they can argue in a public with their negativity, tell you that it will not work. There's no way this particular thing can work. Let's forget about it. People like that don't always have friends because they are full of negativity, they are full of impossibility, and that is not the right attitude to have at all. Please avoid that, especially in a public. Don't do that in a public. Don't be the person that will always be bringing a kind of negative energy in everything. Please don't do that. So number 15 points we are going to look at is avoid eating recklessly in a public. There are people who eat so recklessly while walking on the roads. They can be chewing corn, they can be chewing meat pie, they can be drinking a mineral, they can be doing one thing or the other, putting something in their mouths while they are walking. They can be eating granules while walking on the way. Please, that is not right. It's not the right thing you should do in a public while you're walking on the road. They are doing all those things. No. Why can't you buy that corn if you really want to eat it while it's hot? You can sit down where you bought those things. You just sit down there, eat it to your satisfaction before you continue your journey. Not for you to carry corn on the way and you're chewing it and chewing it and you're walking on the way. Everybody's just looking at you like a mad person. No, it is not right. Don't do that at all. It's not good for you to do that in a public. Don't be eating and be walking on the way like a madman that his senses are not intact. No, don't do that. Please. Just sit down where you bought that particular thing, be it granite, be it whatever. Sit there, take it to your satisfaction, then clean your mouth, drink water if you need to, and then walk down to the place you are going to. And not for you to be eating it and be walking on the road. Please don't do that. And number 16 point we are going to consider is picking of nose. This one is so disgusting. And people do that a lot. Picking their nose with their fingers. They are just picking it even in the public. They are picking it and all that. No, there's a better way to do all these things. Why not just go to the washroom, use tissue if you need to, or your handkerchief. You can use it and clean your nose if you feel that your nose is dirty. Take your time, clean it with tissue, clean it with your handkerchief, then wash your hand. Not for you to be picking nose in the public. People are watching and you're picking nose. That's really disgusting. Please don't do that. Don't do that at all. And if you see your children doing that, stop them from doing that. Teach them the right thing to do so that they will not get used to it. So guys, this is where we are ending it for today. I believe you enjoyed this video a lot and you learned a lot as well. So please, one thing you need to do for me now is for you to share it to your contacts. They will learn a lot from this video. So guys, do remember to subscribe as well if you have not done so. Like, comment and share this video. See you on my next video. Bye for now.